Alright guys, you cannot get freaked out when you see problems like this. Well, no, let's go away. Alright, so when I start this, I have 3 divided by 579. Did we at least get that far? Okay. How many times does 3 go into 5?
1.
1 time. So then I multiply. What's 1 times 3? Guys. So I have my 2, I bring down my 7. How many times does 3 go into 27? Guys, 3 goes into 27 6 times.
2 times. 6, 9.
9. Thank you. So 9 times 3 is 27.
Negative 1.
And then we bring down our 9. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3. 3 times 3 is 9. We subtract, we get 0. So my answer is 193. Did you guys get that answer?
Yeah.
Without your calculator?
Yeah, just circles and lines.
Alright? So what we're doing is synthetic division. Okay? That's what it's called. So if you have a factor, let's say your factor is x plus 3, then you use the 0 to divide. Okay? That will be your divisor. So that means that x will equal, let's say that we make x plus 3 a factor equal to 0. What does x equal? We subtract, so we get x is equal to negative 3. So when you have a factor and we need to find the divisor, we take the opposite number. Alright? If they give us x equals something, like x equals 2 or f of 2, you just use that number. So the only time we're going to take the opposite is when it's a factor. After dividing, if the remainder is 0, the divisor is a factor or 0 of the dividend. Okay? Let's talk about something really quickly. Eric, give me a number.
6.
Alright, so let's say we have x to the power of 6. Standard form means that it has to go in order from the highest to lowest number, right? What's right below x to the 6th?
So 5th.
To the 5th, and then,
second and the 6th.
and then we end with a number, okay? Our constant is what we end with. So let's say that I had x to the power of 84. What comes next?
83.
And we will go on and on and on all the way until we got a number. Okay, that's standard form. Standard form means that we have to have the next x that goes below. Okay? We have to make sure to put these equations in standard form. So take a look at our first one. 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus 9. Whatever I start with, I'm just going to go down to my head and see if I need to add anything up. So this, oh, hold on. Alright, so I have 2x cubed. Do I have x squared? Yes. So I'll bring that down, 6x squared. Do I have x? No. Because I don't have x, I'm going to put in plus 0x as a placeholder. So this is our standard form. I'm rewriting it to make sure it's in standard form. And then after my single x, I need my number, which I have, which is negative 9. So this is how these two equations are the exact same. It's just one is the official way it's standard form. Thank you. Alright, it gets out now. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna look weird. Don't get scared. Don't think it's too hard. Alright, we're gonna make a long L. You know, I had 2 kids last year that wrote L's on every single test. Like for every answer, they would just write L.
What? That's too big.
It drove me insane.
It's just too big.
I'm not even gonna tell you who that person was.
How are they even?
Alright. What we're going to do is whatever our factor is, this is really x equals what? What's the opposite of +2? -2. So if it's in a factor, we have to take the opposite. So that comes right outside the L. Okay? Write it down. Okay. Alright, what goes on the inside will be our coefficients. That means that everything that is in front of my x. So only numbers can take the sign. So that means I need 2, 6, 0, and -9. I'm just taking the numbers. Okay? This is how we figure out, because they're asking you, is x plus 2 a factor of 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus 9? We have to write yes or no. This is how we figure it out. We drop our first number. Draw an arrow. So 2 just comes straight down. For anything diagonal, we are multiplying. So what's 2 times -2? That goes there. We multiply diagonally and we plug in our answers. When we go straight down, we are adding, okay? But 6 plus -4 is the same as just 6 minus 4, okay? What's 6 minus 4? 2. And now I'm going to divide, I'm going to multiply diagonally. What's 2 times -2? I add going straight down, so 0 plus -4? Nope. -4. And then -4 times -2? Positive 8. And what's -9 plus 8? -1. For this, I want you guys to use your calculator so you don't mess up. Okay, if you try to do everything in your head and you mess up just one little number, it throws everything off. I am looking to see if our last number is a 0. Is that a 0?
No.
That's a 0?
No.
Is it not? Okay. So, is x plus 2 a factor? Our answer is no. If it's not a 0 at the very end, it is not a factor. Okay, let's try the next one. Alright, we want to see is x cubed minus 8x squared plus 17x minus 10. Is this in standard form or am I missing anything? Yeah, we have 3, 2, 1 in our number, so this is in standard form. So we have x squared or x cubed minus 8x squared plus 17x minus 10. What number goes on the outside? What does x equal?
5.
Positive 5. So that 5 is right here. And my numbers will be 1, -8, 17, and -10. Okay? So that's what we're going to put right here. Okay? I drop my first number. That 1 comes straight down and I multiply diagonally. What's 1 times 5? 5. -8 plus 5?
-3.
-3. -3 times 5? -15. 17 minus 15? And so 2 times 5?
10.
And get negative 10 plus 10, 0.
Yeah.
Because I ended with 0, it is a factor. So is this a factor of this? My answer is yes. This way, it looks weird, but it's super, super easy compared to doing it the long way. The long way would be x minus 5 divided by x cubed minus 8x squared plus 17x minus 10. You will have to do that for, which, if you guys struggle with regular numbers, do you think you want to do it this way? Long division?
Yeah, for the calculator.
No. Everything's by hand.
That's long division works, but that it just gets too complicated.
It's very complicated. It'll be a long problem too. Okay, so this way is much easier. Okay, so let's try number 1. Solve the following polynomials using synthetic division. So x equals what? Negative 3. Is this in standard form?
No.
No, I'm missing
The one.
the 1x, right? So it should be x cubed plus 5x squared plus 0x minus 18. So all I did was just plug in the placeholder for x. They're asking me, is x plus 3 a factor? Well, we're going to find out. There's my L. I put negative 3 on the outside. What goes on the inside?
1, 5, 0, negative 18.
1, 5, 0, and negative 18. Okay? I drop my first number, so that becomes 1. 1 times negative 3 is 5 minus 3, 2. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. That's where I add going straight down. 0 plus negative 6 is just negative 6. Negative 6 times negative 3,
18.
positive 18, we get 0.
Yes.
So is this a factor?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's not. The hardest part, normally, guys, is just the fact that if you do your calculations too fast and you mess up, the whole thing's wrong. All it takes is just one of these numbers to be off, or if you don't put it in standard form. Alright? That's here. Alright, I want you guys to do number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yep. We're going to go over this in 14 minutes. Stop it after number 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you made any mistakes, make sure that you correct them. Right, x should equal negative 4. Jeff, you with me?
Yes.
So we should have x squared plus 0x minus 6. Negative 4 on the outside, and then we have 1, 0, and negative 6. I pull down my first number. 1 times negative 4, I get negative 4. I add going straight down. 0 plus negative 4 is just negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4, I get
16.
positive 16. And then if I add going down, I get 10.
Usually I think it's 0, right?
Right, so is this 0?
No.
Nope.
It has a 0.
Yep, but it's not. So it is not a factor. Okay. This one, if I write it standard form. Alright, this is good. Oh wait, no, I'm missing what? I'm missing the x cubed.
You see.
We have x to the 4th, and then x squared,
And 1.
but it has to go in order, right? So we have x to the 4th, then you should have x cubed, so that's our placeholder. So So we should have 0x cubed there. And then we can put 2x to the 4th. So we had to have a placeholder. Okay?
Almost the problem.
So now I'm going down, x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x to the 2nd, x, and then my number. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Alright? So this is where it's different. If they just said, is 3 a 0, you don't take the opposite. That's just what it is. X equals 30. Okay? If it's a factor, then yes, you take the opposite. So I put 3 on the outside, and now I'm putting my coefficients. 2, 0, negative 8, 5, and negative 7. I pull down my first number, and I get 2. I multiply going diagonally. 2 times 3 is 6. I add going down, I get 6. 6 times 3 is 18. I add going down, so negative 8 plus 18. I get 10. 10 times 3 is 30. I add going down, I get 35. You guys catch any mistakes? Let me know. 35 times 3 is what?
105.
105. What's negative 7 plus 105? 98. So my answer is
No.
no. If you guys do all that work and then don't write yes or no, then you're going to be pretty mad at yourself.
Where did it come?
This is asking you a question. Is 3 a 0? You also can't just guess through your test and write yes or no. Do the work.
What would you got right now? Would you use half?
I don't know yet. Never had it happen.
Yes. Get it right.
And it gives you a 50% chance to get it right. Either yes or no. Alright, number 4. This is not in standard form, so I'm going to write it in standard form. So negative 4x cubed plus 0x squared. And then we go back to 3x minus 5. It says is 2 a 0, so just the same number. Inside my L, I'm writing negative 4, 0, 3, and negative 5. Pull down my first number, and I multiply. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. We add going down, so we get negative 8. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. 3 minus 16 is negative 13. Negative 13 times 2 is negative 26. We get negative 31. Is this 0?
No.
No. So this is not. Sometimes that happens.
Would you still count it?
Mhm.
Would you count it right?
All right. This is in standard form, so we're good. What number goes on the outside?
2, 11, 18, 9.
On the outside.
Negative 3.
Negative 3. On the inside, I have 2, 11, 18, and 9. I pull down the first number. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. 5 times negative 3 is negative 18.
What? Wait, that's 15.
Oh. I'm just making sure you guys are awake. Negative 15. 3. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. We have 0. So is negative 3 a 0 the function? Yes. Eric, you writing this stuff down? Okay. number 6, what number goes on the outside? -4. On the inside, I have 3, 13, 2, and -8. You can just write down. I multiply going diagonally, so 3 times -4 is -12. 13 minus 12 is 1. 1 times -4 is -4. 2 minus 4 is -2. -2 times -4 is +8, and then we have 0. So, is this a 0 of the function? Yes. Yes. Okay, I want you guys to do number 7 with me. Number 7 says, use synthetic division to decide which of the following are zeros of the function. Alright, let's look at this first one. Do you see how we have 2 numbers to check?
Yeah.
So let's make 2 L's for number 7. The first one is +1, the second one is -1. This is not in standard form because we're missing our number, so we can just add 0. We have to end with a constant, which is our regular number. So on the inside I have 6. Oh, whoa, no we don't.
You have to put them in order.
Yeah, it's not in standard form, this is tricky. If I write this in order, I have x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 0. Okay, we have to put our highest exponent first, so they tricked us, but this one moves to the front. So, I have 1, 6, 8, 0. Alright, so I pull down my first number, I get 1. 1 times 1 is 1. I add going down, 6 plus 1 is 7. I multiply 7 times 1, gives me 7. If I add, I get 15. 15 times 1 is 15. If I add going down. So, for the first one, does it work? No. The second one. I pull my 1 straight down. If I multiply, I get 1 times -1 is -1. 6 minus 1 is 5. I multiply, and I get -5. I add going down, and I get 3. Multiply going across. 3 times -1 is -3. So this one does not work either. No and no. For the next one, I also need to have 2 L's. So 1 and -1. It is in order, so we're good. 2, -1, -1. Board is acting up, it's ready to be done. Alright, I pull my first number down, I multiply. So 2 times 1 is 2. I add coming down and I get +1. 1 times 1 is 1 and I get 0. Does this one work? Yes, +1 is a 0. On my last number here, I pull down my 2. 2 times -1 is -2. -3. I multiply going diagonally, so -3 times -1. +3, and I'm left with 2. So does this one work?
No.
No. Any questions on what we just did? Pretty easy? Homework time. Your homework is going to be homework D, and you have to do all of it because it is a review. Because your test is next class.